You're watching Backcountry TV. My name is Chris McCormick with the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce, and I have a guest from the St. George Chamber of Commerce, Pam Palermo. Welcome, Pam.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate your inviting me.
My pleasure. Glad you're here. We've got an exciting show for you here, and we're glad to have our friends with Backcountry TV in the Cedar City area. We have local programming now available, and as a Chamber of Commerce, we're definitely excited about it. We've got some great upcoming events on July 7th through the 9th, SUMA and Shakespeare Festival's grand opening, and I think our whole community is excited about that. On July 12th at 2 p.m., a business tour of Southern Utah Mortuary. On the 14th at 11:45 a.m., the Chamber Luncheon at the Southwest Applied Technology College. On the 20th at noon, the Women in Business are having their luncheon also at the Southwest Applied Technology College. On the 21st of July is Much Ado About Business. It's a business retreat being hosted by the St. George Chamber and the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit more in the show. On July 26th at noon, we have a home business roundtable at the Chamber office. And then on the 26th at 2 p.m., we have a business tour of Evans Hairstyling College. So we ask you to come out to that as well. On July 28th from 3 to 5 p.m., the Business Resource Center has their Start Smart business program. So if you want to learn how to get your business up and running, that's a great program to get involved with. We have some new members that we'd like to welcome to the Chamber. We have Century 21 First Choice Realty, Lori Logue. We have the Falls Event Center, and they're from St. George. Your neighbors there. Yes. We have Ascend BPO Services Incorporated. Retro Fitness, we're excited about their grand opening. T-Rex Delivery, High Country Fuels Incorporated, BYB Ad Specialties LLC, Home Smart Advantage with Natalie Roach. We also have the Iron County Care and Share and Social Development. So we're excited to have our new members. Members are what drive the Chamber, and that's what we do to help move our cause along. So bringing Pam Palermo up here from the St. George Chamber of Commerce is something that I wanted to do because I wanted people to know a few things about what goes on in St. George. We're excited to have St. George as a partner of the Cedar City Chamber, but I think a lot of people are curious why the two chambers work together. And there's certainly a lot of good reasons why we work together. One of them is that we can learn from each other for sure.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of neat things that St. George does that we haven't done before. There's resources they have available that we may not have. And then also when it comes to things like joint events like the one we're going to talk about in the next segment, which we're really excited about, those are great things to really be involved with. Another thing is legislation. We're always trying to monitor and keep an eye out for what things are going on legislatively that may have an impact on businesses. I know that each year you guys do the big What's Up Down South, right? Yeah. And what time of year does that typically take place?
We've got the Economic Summit that's in, it's called the Economic Summit now, but it's in January.
In January,
toward the end of January.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's great. We do ours in September, and that's a great event as well. But it's a great way for the community to learn about what's going on in our local economy. And so we want to make sure that we're providing those resources for our joint chambers. Okay. The other thing it really does for us is it allows us to share information across to their chamber and vice versa so that we can all share that information that's important to reach out to our members in both communities. You know, one of the things I think most people know about Cedar City, for instance, is so many of us will go down and shop down at one of the bigger box stores down there and then go out to dinner and spend time with the family and that type of thing. And so that happens a lot. But we also know there are those who come up from St. George to beat the heat, like you're here today to get out of the heat, right?
Exactly.
So we appreciate that. But overall, we find it to be a very positive working relationship between the two chambers because it does allow us to work together to solve some challenges between us, to be able to help each other out, and to make a difference in each of our chambers and to learn from each other. So I thank you for being up here, and we're grateful to have this opportunity. Once again, you're watching Backcountry TV. We'll be back in a minute.
The Cedar City Chamber of Commerce and the Les Olson Company proudly present Much Ado About Business, a multi-chamber of commerce summer retreat. You're invited to join us on Thursday, July 21st from 1 to 10 p.m. This event will get you excited, connected, and prepared for the second half of the year. Featuring nationally renowned keynote speakers, success stories roundtable, several networking opportunities with business owners from Utah and Nevada, multiple breakout sessions with valuable information from WTC Utah, SBDC, Workforce Services, Southwest Public Health, and many more. As evening arrives, an elegant dinner with festival founder Fred Adams in Southern Utah University's Great Hall. This retreat includes one ticket to Much Ado About Nothing and the Green Show at the Utah Shakespeare Festival, with an exclusive backstage tour of the New Inglestead Theater. An amazing business retreat with so much to offer. A great value for only $100. Register today. Presented to you by the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce. For more information or to register, please call Shannon or Denise at 435-586-4484 or visit cedarcitychamber.org.
Attention travelers, and welcome to the beautiful area. Maybe you're experiencing the mighty 5 national parks, and while you're traveling, you'll want to get off at I-15 exit 75 in Parowan. The story of the area started in Parowan, where traditions are rooted, maintained, and celebrated. Parowan is a quaint little town with historic homes, great hometown eateries and stores, home of the Iron County Fair, half marathon, and near the Parowan Gap. Sponsored by Cedar City Bryan Head Tourism Bureau. Visit online at visitcedarcity.com.
There's a stampede coming. The Cedar City Lions Club 15th Annual Great American Stampede Rodeo is Friday and Saturday, September 9th and 10th, with 2 nights of National Intercollegiate Rodeo, hosted by SUU and collegiate rodeo teams from around the West, featuring the Diamond Z Shire Hitch, and presented by Coca-Cola, Cherry Creek Radio, Backcountry TV, Cedar City Bryan Head Tourism Bureau, and many others at the Cross Hollow Event Center in Cedar City. Rodeo starts at 7, September 9th and 10th. Tickets available at the gate.
We're back. You're watching Backcountry TV with the Cedar City and St. George Chamber of Commerce. Pam, I want to talk a little bit about our upcoming event, the Much Ado About Success, or about business, excuse me.
Okay.
It's about success, right?
It's
all about success.
That's correct.
So it is. Much Ado About Business is the name of the event, and we're going to have that on July 21st at the SUU Great Hall. And so it's going to be an incredible thing. We've got several sponsors lined up for the event. You want to tell us a little bit about our sponsors and who they are?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have some fantastic sponsors. So our presenting sponsor is Les Olson Company. And we want to thank Les Olson for all that they do. They continue to support all our communities, your community up here and ours down in St. George. We have an executive sponsor who is the Business Expansion and Retention supporting sponsors, who are, of course, Backcountry TV. We thank you very much. We're real excited about this and about you coming beside us and doing this. Wells Fargo Bank, World Trade Center, Utah, real excited about them being there.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Definitely. And Cedar City Bryan Head Tourism Bureau also sponsoring us. So we really want to thank all of our sponsors for everything that they do.
Absolutely. It's the sponsors that really make these things happen for us. You know, we can put a lot of programs together, but without the sponsorships, we're not really able to make these things happen in the way that we are. The caliber of speakers that we're able to bring in. Let's talk about the speakers for a minute. Our first speaker is Kareem Clark. In fact, it was pretty funny. When I was up at the Economic Summit in Salt Lake City, I watched her speak up there, and I thought, well, I'm going to go up and ask her if she'd be willing to speak down here. And she was actually very generous about it. But then I called your office, and you guys got pretty excited when I told you who we had lined up. Right. And I thought that was pretty amusing, because I had met her there for the first time, but after I started to read her bio and learn about her history and all that she did with Novell and some of the other companies that she was involved with, she is a dynamic, amazing woman.
She really is.
And so if you really want to see a powerhouse speaker, this Kareem Clark from Merit CX, she's the president and CEO. Yeah. She is just absolutely mind-blowing. I watched I'm a people watcher, and I watched that audience, and they were just eating out of her hands. She's just absolutely amazing. She talked about creating a positive culture in your business, and I believe that's what she's going to talk about at this event as well. Our next speaker is Greg Powell, who is the founding partner of Meridian Consulting. And Meridian is a business consulting company here in Cedar City, but he's also a professor at the university over here at Southern Utah University. So he's very dynamic. I've heard him speak a number of times, a very positive person. And so we're excited about him.
Excited.
And then, of course, we have
Fred Adams. Oh, my
Fred
goodness.
Adams.
Love him.
Isn't he great?
He
Fred is just
fantastic.
a lot of fun. He's
Yeah.
a really animated individual. He's a really positive person. And the cool thing is Fred's going to talk to us about having a vision and what it means to create a vision, to build your vision so that you can start to see some really amazing things happen. You take a look at what Fred Adams was able to accomplish over a 50-year period. This is their 50th anniversary, and we're opening up somewhere between $28 and $40 million. I guess if you combined SUMA and the Shakespeare Festival together, that's a $40 million project. So $40 million in 50 years, probably not a bad return, right? I'm not making that right now. Is your chamber paying you that?
No, not quite. Not quite.
Okay.
We're working on it, though.
Darn. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And then the next thing we have is a business roundtable, right?
Correct.
Now, at the round table, we're going to bring in some partners there as well. So you want to tell us a little bit about who we're bringing in to make that happen?
Sure. We're bringing in the Business Resource Center is coming in, and local entrepreneurs are coming in and sitting down and helping with our breakout session to get things going and facilitate. We have the Small Business Development Center coming in, Procurement Technical Assistance Center that will be coming in and helping us too. And of course the World Trade Center of Utah is going to come in and help facilitate those breakout sessions. We're really excited about that.
I'm really excited about it too. I think it's pretty cool. We've got Jeff Danzy, who is the owner of Decor Works. Jeff Danzy was working with the Business Resource Center, and he went to one of their trainings, and they provided him with a book. And the thing that's really interesting is when you talk to Jeff Danzy, he will tell you that he's used that book over and over and over again when he makes major decisions with his company. The neat thing about Decor Works is they've won numerous awards. There's all kinds of awards. There's a list of awards probably a mile long, but there's a few of them we have here. Do you want to tell us about some of those awards that they've won? They're pretty prestigious awards.
Well, the Best Conversation Award, my goodness.
No kidding,
What
right?
more do you want? Yeah, that's really, I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. Progressive Grocer Award.
That's awesome.
Multiple times. Inspired Renovation Award.
You've been into any of the new Smiths or what's the
Harmons in
the
Santa
Harmons.
Clara, my goodness. Oh, yeah.
That thing's incredible.
It really is.
I mean, it just pops. And they recently won some other awards too. I think Healthy Innovation and those types of things. But they're just absolutely incredible people. But Jeff's going to be there, and he's going to talk about his story as well at the Much Ado About Business. And so we're really excited to have these entrepreneurs that come in, but also our partners like the World Trade Center, the Business Resource Center, these folks here, because they really do have a lot of value to add. The thing that's neat about it is all these resources are available for free.
Yeah.
And I think so many people don't realize that. And so we want people to know, if you want to know more, come to the Business Resource Center or reach out to the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce or the St. George Chamber of Commerce. So we'll be back in a minute. You're watching Backcountry TV.
Rediscover summertime family fun in Bryan Head. Escape the heat and come to the cool, crisp southern Utah mountains. Come to escape. Come to explore. Come for excitement. Come to Bryan Head. It's not far from St. George or Cedar City or anywhere else in southern Utah, but you'll be away from it all. Stay the night and take in the grandeur of a star party. Explore rustic hiking trails, the pristine mountain meadows blanketed in wildflowers, the stunning vistas of Cedar Breaks National Monument. Enjoy fishing, paddleboarding, and barbecuing all around Bristlecone Pond. And if you're looking for excitement, ride one of the world-class mountain biking trails or take an ATV excursion to High Mountain. Summer tubing, the zip line, paintball, archery, and other thrilling adventures can all be found in Bryan Head. Come to escape. Come to explore. Come for excitement. Come to Bryan Head. To plan your summer trip, go online to visitbryanhead.org.
You're that guy from Walker, Texas Ranger in Matlock.
Clarence Gilliard. And you're Peter Sham. I've seen you millions of times at the Utah Shakespeare Festival.
Join us both this summer at the Neil Simon Festival in Cedar City.
Come see Peter in two of Simon's funniest, Brighton Beach Memoirs and London Suite.
And see Clarence in the heartwarming On Golden Pond, along with the foot stomp and musical Hank Williams' Lost Highway.
The fun begins July 11th through August 13th at the Heritage Theater behind Lynn's Plaza.
For tickets, call 866-35-SIMON.
Or go to our website at simonfest.org.
The Neil Simon Festival.
Now that's funny.
If you're looking for a family-friendly place to stay, away from the crowds of the ski areas, then why not stay at the Crimson Hills Motel in Parowan? Just a short 13-mile drive from Bryan Head, the Crimson Hills features recently remodeled rooms with kitchenettes and a home-like small-town atmosphere. Located close to downtown Parowan and a variety of restaurants, the Crimson Hills is your home away from home. Call 435-477-8662 to make a reservation today.
Welcome back to the Cedar City Chamber TV show. You're watching Backcountry TV. We're here with Pam Palermo from the St. George Chamber of Commerce, and we're talking business because that's what chambers do. We are all about business, and we love business because that's what makes our economy thrive. That allows us to do all the great things that we do in our community, and so we're pretty excited to have a partnership with the St. George Chamber because they are a truly valuable partner to us. Let's go back a little bit. We never did touch on a few things with the Much Ado About Business retreat that's coming up. And so we want to talk about a couple things. Why don't you tell me about some of the things that I've missed?
Well, one of the things is how to register. We want people to register for it. We want our businesses to come out and enjoy this. But one of the things that we're going to be doing is the evening. The reason we chose Much Ado About Business is because we're partnering with Shakespeare on this. So it's going to be a night of Much Ado About Nothing. And it's a great time to get together with all of our chamber members, not just the Cedar City and St. George, but we've invited numerous multi-chambers to come in, their businesses to come in and network and enjoy. So we're going to have a backstage tour and
that's going to be
a lot
neat.
of other things. Yeah,
that's right. We were there the other night for their opening ceremonies over at the Shakespeare in Suma, and a very incredible facility. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you should drop in and take a look at what they've done there. But it's definitely a phenomenal place. And so we're going to do that, and then we're going to have a dinner, right? We're going to have a dinner, and Fred's going to address us at that point.
He is. He's going to entertain us.
He's going to entertain us.
He's quite the entertainer.
That's correct. He is indeed. He is indeed. So we need to find a way for people to get tickets with the Cedar City Chamber. You can call 435-586-4484 or visit cedarcitychamber.org. And to reach the St. George Chamber, it is
435-625-1628 or the St. George, stgeorgechamber.com, and you can register there.
Excellent. That's outstanding. So the Cedar City and St. George Chambers are all about business, like we said, and that's why the Much Ado About Business. But, you know, having members is a really positive thing because it allows us to do a lot to help train businesses, to provide resources and materials for businesses. Why don't you tell us about some of the networking activities and things that you guys do down in St. George?
Well, we do quite a bit. Networking is everything for us. We do 4 lunches a month. We have different things that we do at each luncheon. We have a method to our madness that we do. We have our inspirational luncheon. We do our Community Connect luncheon. We do training luncheons and also Meet the Chamber lunches. We have quarterly events that we do for networking. We have, matter of fact, we have 2 coming up pretty soon. One will be on the July 28th. We've got a pool party for a family. So we try to get our members out so that they can not only just meet each other and network, but
is this like a really big pool? Or
it's
just
a huge pool. It's out at the Washington
Sure.
Community Center, which is a partner also with us. We work together very closely with everyone. Cedar City, we truly enjoy partnering with you. I know I've called a number of times when we have businesses down in St. George that want need help, and you just rise to the occasion all the time. And so our partnership is extremely important in many ways.
It definitely is. It very definitely is. Well, we're definitely excited to have the partnership with the St. George Chamber and to be involved on the level that we are. You know, we communicate a lot back and forth, and we've been working hard to bring other chambers in. It was interesting you were mentioning earlier about the other chambers that are coming to this event. I've got people from South Jordan, from Salt Lake, from Mesquite, Nevada, from Richfield. I mean, we've got chambers all over the place coming down here. And so it's a great thing, and we're all going to meet before the event and talk about how we can help each other out. And that's the thing that we're always doing. We're looking for ways to improve the level of service that we offer our members. And that's something that we feel is very important, because without our members, we don't really exist. And
well,
so,
the mission, I think, of all chambers is that every business succeed.
That's right.
So it's not about Cedar City Chamber, St. George Chamber, but it's about our businesses.
Exactly.
And allowing them and helping them and empowering them to succeed.
Absolutely. So let's make sure that we get the numbers out to everybody again. For the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce, it's 435-586-4484, or you can visit our website at www.cedarcitychamber.org. And then for St. George Chamber,
you can call 435-628-1628 or visit our website, stgeorgechamber.com. Go to events, and you can register right there online.
Excellent. Pam, thank you for being here with us
Chris,
today.
Thank you for the invitation.
It's a
really
blast.
appreciate it.
Our pleasure. And you're watching Backcountry TV.
Sell my stuff. Sell my stuff. Sell my stuff. If you have a garage full of stuff you don't need anymore and you want to sell or trade your stuff, we have you covered. Using your camcorder or smartphone, send us a video with the items you want to sell. Don't forget to make a sign with your name, phone number, or email address and price. Then email your video to sellmystuff@backcountrytv.net and we'll broadcast your items for free. There's a stampede coming. The Cedar City Lions Club 15th Annual Great American Stampede Rodeo is Friday and Saturday, September 9th and 10th, with 2 nights of National Intercollegiate Rodeo, hosted by SUU and collegiate rodeo teams from around the West, featuring the Diamond Z Shire Hitch, and presented by Coca-Cola, Cherry Creek Radio, Backcountry TV, Cedar City Brian Head Tourism Bureau, and many others at the Cross Hollow Event Center in Cedar City. Rodeo starts at 7, September 9th and 10th. Tickets available at the gate. If you're looking for a family-friendly place to stay, away from the crowds of the ski areas, then why not stay at the Crimson Hills Motel in Parowan? Just a short 13-mile drive from Bryan Head, the Crimson Hills features recently remodeled rooms with kitchenettes and a home-like small-town atmosphere. Located close to downtown Parowan and a variety of restaurants, the Crimson Hills is your home away from home. Call 435-477-8662 to make a reservation today.
You're that guy from Walker, Texas Ranger in Matlock.
Clarence Gilliard. And you're Peter Sham. I've seen you millions of times at the Utah Shakespeare Festival.
Join us both this summer at the Neil Simon Festival in Cedar City.
Come see Peter in 2 of Simon's funniest, Brighton Beach Memoirs and London Suite.
And see Clarence in the heartwarming On Golden Pond, along with the foot stomp and musical Hank Williams' Lost Highway.
The fun begins July 11th through August 13th at the Heritage Theater behind Lynn's Plaza.
For tickets, call 866-35-SIMON.
Or go to our website at simonfest.org.
The Neil Simon Festival.
Now that's funny.
Welcome back to the Chamber Show. I'm here with Pam Perlamo, from the St. George Chamber, and you're watching Backcountry TV. Pam, why don't you tell us a little bit? There's a lot of excitement going on in St. George. A lot of new things are happening, some new businesses. I know you're pretty excited to share that. Why don't you tell us what's going on down there?
Well, the most exciting thing that we have happening currently is just our new building. So we have a business center that will be opening the end of this year. We're excited to get that started. We'll have room for training, and we'll have the board of director room that any of our members can come out and use. A lot of the small businesses need to do training and different things. They just don't have a place to do it, and they can do it at our business center for free, and we're really excited about that. We've loved being part of the old courthouse building for the last 30 years. We'll continue to take that, and it'll be our visitor center for our St. George Chamber. However, this is really big for us, and we're excited to move forward with that. We also are really building on our professional women. professional women are extremely important to us, and we're moving out and we're partnering with the Salt Lake City Women's Business Center, which is really exciting. We can do live training there. We can do back training, entrepreneurism, all types of things, grant writing. We can learn a lot. It's a lot of availability for training for the women. We have so many different things. U-Star just opened their new place, and it is. You came out for their grand opening.
I did. It was incredible, wasn't it?
It really is. The building is just unreal, and the atmosphere that it brings, and it's tech, and so it really breathes and, speaks of tech.
Well, it definitely does. I was blown away when I walked in the building, because I used to be there or go visit that building when it was a conference center, and now it's totally different. So it's awesome.
They've done some great things.
Really nice.
And then we've got some new businesses. We're really excited to have Dean Foods come out. We actually had their ribbon cutting and their opening yesterday for their families of the employees to come out, and we just had a blast yesterday. So we're excited to welcome them and all of our new businesses. We're there to, again, help them to be heard and seen and succeed. So
that's awesome. Well, that's what the Chamber's all about, helping people to be heard, seen, and succeed. That's a nice summary. I think it's pretty cool. We went down to that U-Star open house, and I was just blown away. This place used to be just this big open room, and then this architectural firm came in there, and they had it for a few years. And then when they left, U-Star came in, and you talk about the perfect setting. That place is it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. So we had a good time down there, and we're really excited to see that. There's a lot of neat things going on between the two chambers, a lot of positive things happening in Cedar City as well as St. George, and so we're excited about it. I want to remind everybody once again, our Much Ado About Business event is on July 21st, and that's going to run from 1 o'clock until 10 p.m. To register with the Cedar City Chamber, you call us at 435-586-4484 or visit cedarcitychamber.org, or you can contact the St. George Chamber
at 435-628-1628 or stgeorgechamber.com. Register online.
Outstanding. Well, Pam, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And you're watching Backcountry TV.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.